Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about some bad news if you're potentially still playing Grand Theft Auto Online on the older consoles, PlayStation 4, PS4 Pro, Xbox One, and any of the Pro versions of the Xbox One. We'll be talking about why support for that could be ending very, very shortly, and a couple of other things I want to dive into as well. So let's actually begin with Rockstar Games insider TezFunds2, who ended up putting this out the other day. He said, sounds like we'll receive another patch soon since QA Live was updated 2 hours ago. Hopefully this time Rockstar will address the LS smoking jacket issue among other issues. So talking about that last thing first, the LS smoking jacket was supposed to be given away for players on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The only problem with that is that article of clothing only existed on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. They still haven't gotten around to fixing it, so it might be a part of that. And it looks like Rockstar is going to put out another patch for Grand Theft Auto Online soon. And a lot of people are wondering what kind of patch this is going to be. Is this going to be a surprise mini update? The last time we got one of those was back in like 2016. I think it was in like January or something like that, where we ended up getting 1 or 2 cars for bennies, a small amount of clothing, a weapon, stuff like that. I don't think this is what they're doing. It's probably going to be something security related, and it's honestly good to see them releasing these maintenance patches more often and perhaps fixing the smoking jacket that Insider TezFunds2 was talking about. And the reason it's probably going to be something security related is because Red Dead Redemption 2 also got a QA Live update on Steam, so there must be some maintenance that's coming for all Rockstar titles. So that is honestly what I am expecting Rockstar to do. Nothing more, nothing less, but I'll be sure to keep you guys posted if anything new does end up arriving. Now, more follow-up to that, as someone ended up saying, well, what about PC? Any chance of E&E? And he said, I don't see that until the summer update. It all depends on when Rockstar would decide to ditch PlayStation 4 and Xbox One support. So far, the PS5 console sales are doing really great early this year. Supply constraints are no longer an issue, so it's just a matter of time. So that's kind of crazy to think about, that the PC guys still don't have the expanded and enhanced content that the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S guys do. And TezFunds2 believes that that probably won't happen until the summer update, but that all depends on when Rockstar decides to ditch support for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now, what's interesting is in Rockstar's last interview that they didn't actually talk about this. This came out 19 days ago, at least when I'm recording this video. It was an interview that the GTA Online design director did with Games Radar. And they talked about Grand Theft Auto Online approaching 10 years old, reflecting on the journey, preparing for what's next. And in this entire article, they didn't mention anything about Grand Theft Auto Online slowing down on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. If anything, they just kind of talked about how there was going to continually be updates throughout the year and reflect on some of the things that they've done right and that they've done well. It doesn't sound like they're going to be canceling online updates anytime soon. However, you would have to think, given what we know regarding the new consoles, PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, how well they're doing, and now how the supply constraints and limitations of the pandemic are starting to go away, more people are getting their hands on these systems. And because of that, Rockstar might see an opportunity to jump ship and say, okay, we're not going to do this anymore. But it's weird that Rockstar, if they were going to end support for those older systems, didn't take the opportunity to do so. Because I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in September 2015, Rockstar also did an interview with IGN where they essentially talked about the same thing, the success of Grand Theft Auto Online, what they had going forward, as well as the fact that PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 were no longer getting updates. And they said that the reason for this was primarily technical, because the memory capacity for older systems didn't allow them to do the things they wanted to do. So going forward, updates would only occur on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. So it's interesting that something like that did not happen in this interview, because you would think if updates were about to expire, that this would give people enough time to say, okay, I'm still on a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. I would like to continue to still play Grand Theft Auto Online, I'm going to make the jump to PS5 and Xbox Series X or S. They obviously want to give players time because they don't want to release an update, because I know Rockstar doesn't want to release an update on certain systems only where they don't have enough players to play the game. Now, speaking of that, I do feel like there's plenty of players left to play the game. As of last update, and this is according to Rockstar Games insider Tez Funds 2, there have been over 314,000 players that have played the Last Dose missions within the first week. Now, this is tracked using a website called GTALens.com. You can check that out in the description. And this isn't indicative of the whole player count. It's just how many players completed the first of the new Last Dose missions. Only Rockstar, of course, would know the actual player count. But that's still a good majority of people, and it makes you wonder how many of those are coming on the newer generation systems and how many of those are occurring on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Now, the last thing I kind of want to talk about in this video today, I found this to be kind of funny as well. You know, the GTA Online community has been speculating that Michael DeSanta is going to be returning in Grand Theft Auto Online. There's been hints, there's been clues. So what does Rockstar do instead? They feature his therapist. I feel like that's Rockstar kind of trolling the community a little bit. I'm sure that they had plans for Dr. Friedlander to return all along. It's just kind of funny that, you know, we were speculating the protagonist, Michael DeSanta, and we get his therapist, the first person we see talking to him in the campaign when we actually start our single-player journey. So I found that to be kind of interesting. This whole thing I find to be kind of interesting. So it makes you wonder, what's going on with Grand Theft Auto Online? When will Rockstar stop support for those older generation systems? You have to feel like the time is almost up, but if Rockstar is going to move on to Grand Theft Auto 6 soon, you'd think all the updates they're doing for GTA Online probably wouldn't need to be on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S only. They could get away with still making it for all systems, and then when, of course, GTA 6 arrives, they make the jump to those newer platforms only. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below, or of course you can reach out to me on my Facebook page where you can send messages, photos, videos, and a whole lot more. Let me know what you think about everything we discussed in this video today. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.